One thing I'll say is this: the game is not as bad as we think or how we feel. I know people say, "What do you mean?" Like, I've been around this game a long time, man. We came out there, we literally couldn't make a shot in that game, even the ones that we should have made. And they played great D. Even the layups we could have made, the threes we could have made early in that game, we just could not take the lid off the basket. And so, you find yourself in that spot. I thought our guys really played great defense the first half, like about as good as we can play on defense. And, we were right there. We just couldn't make a shot to cut into the lead. They came out there right away, couldn't score. They get loose. We had bad missed shot defense. And the reason that happened was because we couldn't score. We're just so antsy we can't score. We have 5 guys trying to get the ball in an offensive rebound. Oh, they throw ahead, they're getting a layup. They throw ahead, they're getting a layup. But when we were able to get our defense, I thought it was pretty good. When we find, just so everybody knows, when we find ourselves down by 28 points, guys, you got a very small percentage chance of winning the game. The only way you have a chance to win a game is if you create enough possessions in the game at that point. And so we're literally going to make them play fast, and we're going to trap till they probably shoot the ball. They're going to get a lot of dunks when that happens, but it's your only chance to have enough possessions to have that 1 in 100 chance to win the game. So I say that to say it's not as bad as it feels. We knew we probably need to make about 15 threes in this game. Weren't close to that, but we'll be back. And I do want to credit them. They played very good defense, and they're playing as good as anybody in the country right now. And so we knew we couldn't have a game where we went over from 3. We needed to have a better game from the 3-point line versus their size.
What was just going through your mind during that 10-minute stretch in the first half where you guys missed 23, however many shots it was in a row?
A couple things. You want to make sure you're getting the right ones. But I just was kind of laughing inside a little bit. Like, what the heck's going on? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? We've all seen it. We've all seen a game like that. It's almost like the guys are too amped to play almost. I think the next time they'll be more calm. But I was also thinking about how hard we were playing and how good a defense we were playing and still be around in the game. The next thing you start thinking about is when you can't score and that score is getting away from you, what is the only chance to get back in this game, and when do we go to pretty much kamikaze mode to try to give ourselves a chance? Which we didn't need to in the first half, but at one point in the second half, we had to go to it.
What did you tell the guys during that stretch? You could see a lot of them pretty visibly frustrated throughout.
I just thought we'd have a sequence where we'd make, 10 threes and, and of our next 12 or something like that. Just never really happened for us, And because of their size, they're huge, one of the biggest teams in college basketball. You could say when you're off, let's just take it to the basket. Let's just throw it inside. But, that's tough with their size. It's very tough with their size. So we were relying on the 3-point shot tonight more than you want to be, but it was probably necessary, just being real.
Bucky, is this a performance that feels like a fluke, just considering what you guys have done for this, or how much is it maybe did they figure you guys out a little bit?
I don't know. I got to go back and look at the shots. I don't think there's any way. I don't care if contested, non-contested, as bad as we were shooting in the first half. We were 1 for 14 from 3. We're 6 of 35 for the first half. Even if we played the best defense of all time, we're better than that. I do know that. So I got to go back and look at that. Now they've been good. They beat Alabama really bad the other day, but it was not a deal where we literally couldn't get a shot off. It wasn't a deal where we were turning over. We got some shots off. We had some layups that we missed as well, and that's not a result of anything, but just us not playing up to our potential probably.
Down 11 at the half. What was the message to the guys at that point?
Got to keep defending, and we said this, and this is the only thing that I was a little frustrated with in the game, and we did a great job on the boards. I'll say that. So I got to preface this with what I'm about to say. We got 19 offensive rebounds, which is maybe the most we've had all year long in the SEC. I got to go look at that. We got 19 offensive rebounds because on these missed shots, everybody's fighting to go get the ball. The negative of that is when we were getting the ball on those missed shots, they're rebounding with 3 a lot of times. They're pitching that thing ahead and getting buckets. Why were our guys doing that? Because they were just trying to keep us in the game. But at the half, we said, hey, we got to watch our missed shot defense, guys. we're getting too antsy. I could feel it. We're getting too antsy. It's like we missed another shot, and we're like, we got to go get it back, and we don't stick to our responsibilities and have our back guys, you know. So we talked about that, and then they came out there quickly. We didn't score, and they got some quick buckets in transition off turnovers, and that thing skyrocketed. But I told them, hey, we're right there, man. It's just going to take 2 shots, and we're right back in this.
Coach Golden said that in the game tensions, he just felt like it wasn't too serious, just two teams competing. What was your kind of vantage point on what went on there at the end?
I didn't see what happened on the floor at the end. I didn't see it. I was talking to the fans. So I don't know. I mean, you know, I know it was a physical game. I know both teams were playing hard. You know, I don't know. I didn't see what happened. Yep.
Anything else for Coach?
Just that you guys lost 2 in a row earlier this season and responded in a big way. Is the message kind of similar, and how do you guys kind of flush this one as you all look into next week?
Yeah, I thought we played good at Alabama. We didn't win. We didn't play good tonight. We weren't as tight as we need to be. Regardless of the shot making, we just weren't as tight as we need to be. I think we can learn more from this game than a lot of games, and just understand it. Like when we're off, we got to stay the course and not get too antsy, you know. And you know, again, look, our future, our destinies are right in front of us. We just went through a very tough spot. Playing at Alabama, playing versus Florida right now, that's a very tough spot. Those are tough teams. You know, could have easily won at Alabama, didn't win this one tonight. But we got opportunities coming up here with 4 home games that we're going to need everybody here for. Crowd was unbelievable. They were freaking jumping, man. And our guys ramped up. And it's almost the crowd was so energetic, our guys were too energetic. But that's okay. We'll get used to that. And we need that environment coming here and Reed. Look, that team won the national championship last year, and they're good. But I do remember when their staff got to Florida, right? They took them a second to get it going. But I can promise you, as we go forward, man, we're going to be able to compete at a high level with anybody in this league. And I'm not saying if we run to those guys again in the SEC tournament, we can't be right there. But we're probably not going to do it with their size, having a first half shooting the ball the way that we did. Not only when you shoot the ball like that, are you not scoring it, but you're giving those guys chances again in transition to take that thing and use their size and get to the rim.
Anything else? All right.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all.